So I originally made this a couple of years ago, back in 2012 when I originally first wanted rabbits, and I did it as sort of like a convincing technique, and I didn't really need to do it in the end because I got bramble for my birthday and then we got thistle in July, and my birthday's in May. But I still thought I'd finish it, and I made a video on it in 2012 and I didn't really like it, to be honest. I think my videos in 2012 were pretty rubbish, to be fair. I didn't really think they were that good because I had my old camera then, so the quality's not as good, and I used to be really shy and stuff and not really talk loud enough. But now I've got more confident with it, and I think my videos, if you compare them, they have improved quite a bit. So I just thought I'd redo this video, and obviously not everyone's seen this because I didn't have the amount of subscribers I have now back then. So now I'll just, like, as you can see, it's just got butterflies on it. This is from Wilkinson's, and there's just some more faded out ones, and then some more ones that are detailed, and then there's some more on the back. I think it's quite sweet. Depends if you like butterflies. Moving inside, this is the front of it. It's just got rabbits in red pen, which has been stenciled, and then a drawing of a rabbit that I did, and there's normally vet details here, but I've took them out just for this video because I don't want everyone knowing, like, my vets, and then you'll know where I live, like the area where I live, so that's not in there. And then here we've got fact files. So I've got the typed up ones here, which are bramble and thistle, as you can see. So it's just got their gender, their breed, their birthday, their colour, personality, favourite food, favourite toy, and then if they're neutered and vaccinated. And I've got the same for thistle. And then here's Lavender's one. I no longer have Lavender. We got her in September 2013, but she passed away in July 2014 due to cancer, unfortunately. But I've still got this here because I just thought I'd keep it. Then I have about how I clean them out. And then in here there's their diet. This one was from the RSPCA in a letter we got when I went to adopt Thistle. So I've got that one here. And then there's a separate article which I found when I got Bramble, when I was researching them. And that's just got all the basics like pellets, water, veggies, fruits, treats. And then there's a safe fruit and veg list and all the like ticks and crosses of that, whether the rabbits like them, dislike them, or if they weren't really bothered by them. And then I've got ones that say they should be fed in moderation, and ones which are a good source of vitamin A. And then I've got another one here. This one's a lot more detailed, it's got a lot more on there. But I've got both of them because there's some things that have just been annotated with whether they like them or not. And then there's about my rabbit's diet, so just what they get and how much of it they get. And then there's the daily routine. And then I have about keeping rabbits cool in winter, and this was an article that I found online, and it is an American one, but it's still like quite helpful because there's things about like the water bottles that you fill up and stuff. And then there's this. This is by the House Rabbit Network, and it's a guide to bonding your rabbits. This helped me so much when I went into bond Bramble and Thistle. It was really, really good. I really liked this, and I'll link it in the description if it's still available, because I printed this out in 2012, so it might not be there anymore. But it's from rabbitnetwork.org, and it's what you expect when bonding, if your rabbit's going to change, factors to consider, choosing a mate, taking your new rabbit home, how to prevent fighting, how to start bonding. And there's all that about signs of progress, and then there's taking the next steps once they've showed those signs. And then there's about mounting, so that's normally dominance. And then there's what to do if they're not starting to bond, the stressing method, and that's basically if nothing's going, that's one of the methods you can do. So you stress them out, which helps pull them together. Seems a bit mean, but I don't know if it works because I've not used it, but it's meant to work. And basically it's the idea they're too scared to fight, so they'll just huddle up. And then there's various tricks you can do to help bonding. Different types of fighting. The wear them down method. So that's just where you keep them in a pen all day, like supervised, and if they fight, you spray water at them or something, and then they'll just get bored and they'll realise this isn't working, and then they'll just get along. And then there's about marking and a little summary. That was so helpful, and I do really like it. It's quite long. It's 10 A4 pages, but it's so helpful. And then there's about handling your rabbits. And putting them back down again. And I've got recommended brands, so I just came up with a few brands that I liked and printed it out. And then there's about how to tame rabbits, and then there's all the different health problems. So there's overgrown incisors, overgrown claws, obesity, snuffles, constipation and diarrhea, wounds, canker, and then there's lice, mites, ticks, eye infections, pneumonia, sore-hock, slobbers, hunchburn and scabby face, fly strike and coccidiosis. So that's just got in that what the illness is, symptoms and treatments, and I thought that's very useful for identifying like what's wrong with your rabbit and like what they could possibly have. And then I've got all this information about head to tail. So that's just got in that what head tilt is, causes, some experience, treatment. It was very detailed because head tilt was quite serious. So there's all that in there. And then there's a letter from my nearest RSPCA branch, which was from my adopting thistle. And then there's a bunch of leaflets that I've got, so I'll just show you. The first one I have is the Pets at Home Guide to Rabbit Care in Winter. And then the guide to caring for your rabbits. These can be picked up in the store, they're free, you can just get them. And then there's the guide to rabbits by Burgess Excel. And this is quite good. And that's just got in there all of that. So it's quite a good leaflet. And then I've got the guide to fibrivores. That's just got that big versus small is just like cows working the same way. That's basically just saying that. And then there's the top to it, which is the RWAF Guide to Rabbit Care. I picked this up at a pet show that I went to. And here there's just all of this. So this is a really good book. And I have a bunch of leaflets from the RSPCA, which is again when I went to adopt thistle. So it's just got about myxomatosis and VHD. How to keep your rabbit running smoothly. So I think that's about health checks. Yeah, it's about like health checks. Why every rabbit needs friends. The Hutch is Not Enough campaign. Caring for long-haired rabbits. Why you should have your rabbit neutered or spayed. About their diet. The Animal Welfare Bill. I'm not going to say that, because if you say it, it sounds a bit wrong. But that stands for space, exercise, companionship and stimulation. So that's just saying that's what they need and explains it. But it does sound a bit wrong. So then there's Is a Rabbit Right for Me? Going Green, which is just about healthy eating. So it's similar to diet, and it's got the hay and greens diet, which is basically you just don't give them pellets, just extra veg. And then there's about fly strike, E. cuniculi, which is a parasite. About you and your bunny. So that's just like if you're thinking of getting rabbits, their requirements, if you haven't got one, a note to parents, things to do, alternatives to rabbits are somewhere. There you go, alternatives to rabbits. And they are all by the RWAF, and they're quite useful. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!